Formula One is once again at a sensitive point in its history. While everyone is talking about a greener, fairer, and more competitive future with the 2026 engine regulations, a surprising truth is beginning to emerge from behind the scenes of the paddock. Red Bull and Mercedes, two of the most influential teams in the modern F1 era, are now accused of exploiting a loophole in the 2026 engine regulations that could change the competitive landscape from day one. The 2026 regulations are designed to be a major reset. Engines will be completely transformed, with the proportion of electric power drastically increased, the MGUH system phased out, the use of sustainable fuels mandated, and stringent enforcement measures imposed to reduce costs and prevent single-team dominance. But behind all these good intentions, Formula One is once again facing a harsh reality. No matter how strict the rules, there are always loopholes for those clever enough to allow them. According to reports from several technical sources in the paddock, Red Bull powertrains and Mercedes high-performance powertrains have allegedly discovered loopholes in the electrical energy management system and power delivery strategy. This loophole isn't written as a violation, but it allows for energy optimization in certain phases, particularly during acceleration out of corners and at the end of long straights. Visually, the cars look normal. However, telemetry data shows the benefits can be significant. This is what makes these allegations so serious. It's not about one or two races, but the potential for long-term dominance. Some engineers from rival teams have suggested that if Red Bull and Mercedes interpretations are allowed to continue, the other teams will fall behind not because of incompetence, but because they are too slow to read the game. This situation immediately reminds the paddock of Formula One's dark history. Mercedes has dominated the hybrid era since 2014 with a far superior understanding of engines. Red Bull, on the other hand, is known for aggressively exploring regulatory gray areas, from flexible aerodynamics to extreme cooling concepts. Now, with both teams back ahead of the curve, their quality is inevitable. Further fueling the controversy is the fact that other teams, including major manufacturers, appear to be more conservative. Some even feel the 2026 regulations are too open to free interpretation, particularly in terms of software and energy management. In an era where hardware is tightly constrained, the greatest advantage comes from algorithms and digital strategies, areas where Red Bull and Mercedes excel. The FIA is now under tremendous pressure. On the one hand, they want to maintain regulatory stability so they can plan long-term developments. On the other hand, leaving this loophole open could undermine confidence in the 2026 project itself. Several sources say the FIA has already held closed-door technical meetings and sought detailed clarification from the leading power unit teams. However, no final decision has been made yet, and Formula One politics are beginning to play out. If the FIA moves too quickly and closes this loophole, Red Bull and Mercedes could feel punished for their ingenuity. But if the FIA waits too long, the performance gap could widen before the 2026 season actually begins. The responses of Red Bull and Mercedes are also interesting to observe. There have been no strong denials, no media backlash. Both simply assert that all developments are being carried out in accordance with applicable regulations, and have undergone a legitimate consultation process. In Formula One parlance, statements like this often mean one thing: they are very confident in their legal position. In the paddock, many are calling this a new Cold War. Rival teams are now faced with two stark choices: to embrace Red Bull and Mercedes interpretations, risking huge costs and the potential for sudden rule changes, or to stick to a conservative path and hope the FIA acts quickly. Neither option is completely safe. For fans, this situation feels like déjà vu. Every time Formula One enters a new era, the promise of intense competition always sounds good. But the reality is often different. If one or two teams find a gap early on, the championship can turn into a long, tedious process. And with big names like Max Verstappen or the future stars of Mercedes, the impact could be even greater. The 2026 era hasn't even begun yet, but the battle is already much more heated than it seems. This isn't just about the engines, but about the philosophy of Formula One itself. Does the sport truly seek equality, or does it instead celebrate boundless ingenuity? One thing is certain. Whatever the FIA decides, this controversy will leave a lasting mark. And when the first starting light of the 2026 season finally goes off, many will be asking, are we witnessing the beginning of a new era of fairness, or the beginning of another domination that was decided long before the race began?
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything.